Yeah, my mom too.
Yeah. Hi guys, welcome to today's episode of Spice and Night.
I am Anne with Sai.
And I'm Denise and I. Today, lovely, we are live. I love that word now. Live.
By the way, whoever watching us right now, let us know if you can hear us clear and
Clearly.
loud. Because sometimes we couldn't test our mic properly. Until we end the mic and live, and then we realize, oh no, you use the right mic today.
Didn't. There was once it didn't, but it's okay. We all make mistakes and that's fine. So if you guys are in, just give us a hi and let us know if you can hear us loud and clear. Today's topic, we are going to talk about something that is very hot.
Hot. Hot. I like that. I like that.
You don't know that it's like.
So do you okay, you guys already see the title today. Do you really watch on the video?
I didn't watch all the ones that you sent me. Yes, I watched all.
Okay.
The one I really did watch all, but
Okay.
I didn't watch all the videos regarding him. I only watched, but I know that he's now very sought after in terms of like interviews and all that.
Yeah.
He's being asked for a lot of interviews.
Yes. He
Right.
become a new oh my god,
The
new idol style.
but the smarter version.
Yes, of course.
No dancing required.
Oh my gosh. I have to say like surprisingly me for watching that because I just blow my mind on the energy that he give or the way of like 5 hour and 10 minute break, only 10 minute break. 5 hour you have to answer non-stop a lot of
And
questions.
so many different people.
And all the question is so ... and he handles so well.
Yeah, I think
Bravo.
his composure.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, so before we go any further, for those of you guys who've been living under a rock and you do not know what we are talking about today, we are just talking about our new hottest, latest favorite person online, the TikTok CEO.
Yeah.
And our title today is our new favorite Singaporean.
Yeah.
It is true.
It is true. Even I go out, a lot of Singaporeans talk about him now. So.
I think he has helped us.
Yeah, help Singapore.
Yeah, has helped Singapore as Singaporeans put us into the map for the United States.
Yeah.
Especially because I don't want to say this, but Americans are generally very more concerned with their own country's affairs than what's going on outside. So they generally have not usually most of them or some of them don't really have good ideas of geography outside of their own country.
Oh, that's the right sentence to use. I have to say that because I was so like
I'm not politically correct.
I'm not even Singaporean, but when they keep repeated like he from China, I will feel like even I'm not him, I feel offended. Like, can you imagine if you're American and people keep telling you no?
You I don't know some other country.
Yeah, like Chinese, you come from like
Australia,
like
New Zealand,
or as long as you white, I would think you from UK or like European or whatever. As long as you're not American, how do you feel about that? Like as long as you white person.
And I'm so surprised because the people doing this questioning are supposed to be they are the leaders of the country, right? They are not just the normal average citizen. They are leaders of the country, of such a very, very large country, and they cannot get it right that Singapore is not part of China. And also, it really surprised me because last time, okay, I don't know whether you know about this, but last time in Singapore we have something called the ICQ. ICQ?
No.
RC?
Yeah.
It's for chatting. And then after that, that was when I was like 16.
16.
12 years old, that kind of age. And that was like 20 years ago. That was when people were asking me, like, if I say, because we introduce ourselves, age, name, age, sex, like whether you're male or female, and then which country you're from.
Okay.
And whenever people hear that I'm from Singapore, they always ask, is that part of China? Or is that, and some of the better ones will say, is that part of Malaysia? Which I felt was okay because we quite close. And for a period of time, Singapore was part of Malaysia.
Yeah.
So that's fine. But I was very surprised to hear this question coming up again. I thought after 20 years, after Singapore has grown into like a global country, people should know that Singapore is a country by itself. I was so surprised. I was like, I see.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah. it's a lot by surprise when you see the question is like stand it up and make you feel like weird for him either. But that's why I give respect to him. He was just so calm.
He handled it with class.
Yeah, really.
He's such a classy
Class.
person.
Oh
And
my
he's not that
goodness.
old, you know.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, I know. And for the first time, I never hear Singaporean accent so sexy. I have to say that. I love it.
I think he has become the dream man for many girls. Actually, I think so.
Yeah.
Especially after the relentless question. Can you imagine going into a space? You know you're going to be questioned by so many different people. Uh, like it's like a firing. Like,
Yeah.
and the person is not interested to listen to your answers.
Yeah.
But you still have to stay calm and not say anything that may make you a criminal afterwards. Because if you say anything accidentally come out, right, that's
Yeah.
it. They can
They can take that and they cut it.
and become like an evidence again.
Yeah.
Just
And all
now
the
you
question
said-
is like yes and no, which is you cannot answer yes and no with certain answer. A question is like so weird, but basically
like,
we
do
don't
you
have.
use Wi-Fi?
Yeah. Hey, that is the most ridiculous question ever. Even Ava know that, you know.
I don't know.
Like-
Like it's like asking. It's not like asking does TikTok access the home Wi-Fi. It's like asking the user, do you use Wi-Fi at home? No, I use my brainwave to connect to other. That's how I send
So that's
messages.
why a lot of people compare the conversation he had with all this is like we are teaching our grandparents how to use internet, and I agree
Like the
with that.
iPhone, like how to use the
Yeah,
iPhone.
yeah, I agree with that because I remember the last time when I teach my ex-mother-in-law and my ex-father-in-law how to use their phone. It's similar feeling.
But the one, okay, to be fair, I'm more forgiving towards the elderly in terms of people who are like on the streets,
Yeah,
the average citizen, right? But you're talking about country leaders here.
but the country leader doesn't mean like you are improve and continue
Correct.
apply the knowledge or
Correct.
learn about the
New
world, right?
things, yeah. And what's even more surprising is that not only are they country leaders, okay, what else surprised me was if I were the person who's going to go into a trial,
Mm.
not in the CEO shoe, but in the congressman shoes, congresswomen shoes, congress people shoes, I would make sure I do my homework first.
Yeah,
Right.
I agree.
So that was the second thing I was like, I get it, maybe you're very occupied with like the country affairs, so important, right? But then if you're going to this and you ask this kind of questions, it means that you didn't do your homework,
Yeah,
right?
and for me, the conversation it come from the losing side. You get what I mean? Like you, when is the last time you try to use power to press someone out? It means you know you lose the game.
Oh,
lose
I
the
get what
public.
you mean.
You lose the
like you
heart
have
from
no
people.
choice, but
You have no choice to destroy the person because if this person, which is this organization, keep grow big, then your voice will be dim down, right? So it comes from fear and scarcity, and it comes from ignorance and they look down on people too much.
Yes.
For my personal view.
For too long.
Yeah, for too long.
I think last time maybe they not look down on people. I had nothing to say because
Yeah.
they were the greatest power. But
Yeah.
now the power shift is coming.
Yeah.
It is already happening. That's why they are so scared, right?
Yeah.
But if you don't improve yourself, how do you stay in power?
Yeah. But talk about positive side, thanks to them that they make
Singaporeans are
they
so
make
lovely
Asia
now.
they make Asia become like
Singapore specifically.
yeah.
He said, I'm a Singaporean. I was like, yeah, Singaporean.
Yeah.
Eat the nasi lemak.
and like you don't even know Singaporean guy need to go army and you don't even know like what Singapore education is. We're very a little bit sad for you guys. I mean, like really.
She's so kind. She's a bit sad. I was going to use the word IG. Ick. No. I will complete the word, but you
Say
know.
like Singapore education is scary good. I have to use the word scary good. Like I have to say that because not because I live here long enough. Of course, when you live here, you have to learn the history about country and a lot about this country to start understand the heritage and the culture and the rich from the belief system that they have. One thing that I like about Singapore, especially Singaporean way of raise up the generation is they care a lot about solid knowledge, right? So because we let's compare in general about like west side and east side about confidence, right? In the west, you guys just fake it until you make it, and it worked.
All about talking.
Yeah, and it's worked in the past. Don't get me wrong, it's worked in the past. But now people start realize that you cannot just keep talking without evidence, without proving, without show like solid that you know what you're talking about, right? Like you can go to the crowd and you start talk a lot now, and people start have education because thanks to internet. Internet make people smarter for them to realize are you just air or you know what you're talking, right? So because of that, for me, the CEO of TikTok conversation, it just blow my mind because he really show exactly how uh, this country being groom talent. Of course, he go US study, he go UK, he go other country as well. But still, the root from education is still the basic foundation is still Singapore very focused on that. Like even my daughter, right? Of course, a lot of people complain why your daughter go school so early and study so much. She just done her study only like 15 minutes before Denise come and we start the show, and now she go to bed. But uh, the suffer now, I don't want to use the word suffer, but yeah.
But Chinese we have a word it's called 先苦后甜. It means you have the bitter now,
Yeah,
and then you have the sweet later.
yeah. Vietnamese we also say the same.
I think you have quite a few sayings are quite similar.
Yeah, so that's why I aware if whatever she have right now is for her, like in the future, right? She, like for example, she didn't learn, and don't think everybody who speak Mandarin Chinese is mean they are from China. My daughter is speak Mandarin, and she completely look brown.
She looks like
brown, yellow, straight hair, big eyes.
Not straight hair. She has very curly hair.
Light
wavy,
curly, wavy like this.
Wavy. Yeah.
Yeah. So you can go out, yeah, like, and you can go in Singapore and you can see the Indian or like Malay lady, and they can speak Chinese fluently.
Or dialect.
Yes.
Chinese dialect.
Yes. You
I
were surprised. Yeah. So not because a guy who can speak Chinese and you were saying he worked for the government in China. Yeah, we
also
all,
because of his looks, because he's fair, he looks Chinese but not Chinese.
but he Chinese Singaporean. That's
okay,
obvious.
but it's
yeah.
very obvious that they were not listening because in his introduction he stated he's a
Singaporean,
Singaporean,
yes.
He had like a few minutes to introduce himself, right?
Yes. And this is one more thing I find funny because they would think like the company have to set him up to be a Singaporean or something, but he still come from China. And it's made me laugh. You know, I'm living here 9 years and I still cannot get the citizen.
It's quite hard nowadays, okay, people.
And even I look like a Chinese person.
She looks like a 10 Chinese, yeah.
I told you, Singapore is not that easy. I don't say this is mean they make your life difficult. I'm saying it is they very strict to take someone to be even PR.
It's selective.
Not even become citizen. So you don't think like you have some kind of money. Yeah, if you can reach like Dyson guy or like billionaire, then yes, why not, right? But if you don't have that kind of money, then forget about it. Forget about it. And you think someone that willing to pay money to get the citizenship for this guy to just go there to talk for 5 hours, I think they look down a lot too much about Singapore system. You guys need to learn more about what is that called again? What
Which one?
the
Geography.
Yeah.
Geography.
Learn more about that.
Actually, I would think that Singaporeans, I think precisely because Singapore is so small, we have so few natural resources that the government understands that people are the best resources that they have. That's why a lot of effort is being spent into grooming the next generation, education, and things like that. Yeah, correct. I think that's the main reason because we have nothing else to fall on. There's no oil, there's no gold.
Yep.
Nothing. We have nothing except seawater.
Yeah.
That's all we have.
Yeah.
We're just a little island, but we have grown so much. And I think thanks to the TikTok CEO that we have. Singapore finally is a bit more well known because I think that trial was probably one of the most watched trial.
Yeah.
By netizens.
And you know, it's like I like I like that so much, and it actually give my whole week off. I'm the person that
It's so
rarely
amused.
in drama hook, but that whole week is like I love the drama hook. The last 1 week I had because it's just so ridiculous funny. It's so fun.
And
Like
then you know when they ask
even
for
more
the
fun,
filter,
even more fun than I watch comedy in my TV. And the more I watch, actually my brain did working when I listen because I'm like, what kind of question is that?
yeah, and then
It's so simple, what?
and then if your friends ask you these are the kind of questions, you'll be like, are you okay?
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Then
yeah.
you drunk or something or
Yeah.
drugs? Is
Yeah.
it your drugs?
Yeah, yeah.
But you cannot tell that to the judge.
Yeah, you can, yeah.
So,
Which is weird
which
because
is even worse. You actually know the judge are like, are you okay? I see your
yeah,
Wi-Fi. Huh?
because the got one part when they asking about why he don't allow his children to use the TikTok under the 13 and he allowed us in US. Then I was like, yeah, because Singapore don't allow, it's not him. Even TikTok, Apple, any company enter Singapore, you have to follow Singapore law. Same like US. TikTok want to enter US, they have to follow US law. And not only US, any country in the world, not only US, right?
Yeah, true.
So in Singapore, yeah, it's right. I give my daughter a phone because she need to go out sometimes. That I need to call her by herself. It basically like dead phone like Nokia. Why? Because the government set the system that whatever app that in Singapore under a certain age, you need to set request to the parent phone. So
Yes.
welcome to Singapore. And
Even
in this
to make
country,
calls, you have to-
yeah, in this country, you scroll TikTok all day, you will never see gun, you will never see drug, you will never see all that. You even see a policeman or the fireman in Singapore or even the ICA to tell you what you should do to protect yourself. That's so cute, right? That's amazing. That's what they use TikTok for. So I don't get the question
Yes,
because
and it was very interesting because he had to keep calm.
yeah, and because you cannot blame like for example tomorrow.
Oh.
Just assume you and
If
me.
somebody asked me to use my, I slapped them.
Yeah, you just assume you my kid. Assume, okay? Then tomorrow you go out and then you use the app.
Yeah.
After you use the app, you become a drug dealer. Just assume that, okay? So is that the app's fault or my fault?
It's my fault.
Yeah, but your fault it come from what? From the country allow the app to show you that.
Yeah, but then you have another.
And also the parent fault
yes.
that allow the baby to use the phone.
So country is level 1.
Correct.
And parents, the
Yes.
teachers are another level.
Correct. So you need all this to combine together. So from the government fault to the parent fault to the teacher to the law to the rule. And then the last person who get hit should be the app. Because the app do nothing. They cannot.
Correct.
So for me it's a question you frame the way of like you need to come to responsibility for my children behave.
Yeah,
because
like
I'm useless.
It's like parents go to the school and say the teacher should teach the kids manners.
Yeah. So and you if you compare and you say why he don't let his kid use, yeah, that's why he rich. That's why he be CEO of TikTok because he got brain. He use brain to think. He know how to raise his kid. Simple as that.
He allows the US law allows the kids to use it.
Yeah.
But it's also up to the parents to put in
Correct.
place certain limitations. Obviously, as parents, you cannot do everything.
Yeah.
But there are some things that you can still do, especially if the kids are very young.
Yeah.
Okay. But I really love his. The thing I really love more is his composure. Because I hate confrontation.
Yeah.
I imagine. I just watched a few of the. I didn't watch the entire thing. I watched whatever you sent me and certain snippets because people always talking about the Wi-Fi and the filter with the eyes, right? Why must TikTok see the eyes? All these apong and ama are please serious. Okay? You got use before or not? Before you go for a trial, you should at least try it once on your child's phone. You get what I mean? Like, okay, let me try.
They don't like it so much that they.
It's not about liking. For me, it's a responsibility. I'm here to question somebody. I need to do my homework first.
They scared they addict to that, like same like half of the country.
So anyway, all these apong ama, I cannot imagine if I'm sitting there. And then my face, I cannot hide. And then the person will say, "Oh, do you use Wi-Fi?" And I'm like, "What?" And then immediately I go to jail.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Go jail immediately.
Other than all the impressive, the way he answered the question, I think the authenticity from him that I think I Like today I share one the video, right?
Oh, the one he asked you for
Yeah.
you, right? So I saw.
I was like, oh
He's
my
so
god,
cute.
can you just don't be so real?
He's so
But
cute.
that's
He's
but
like,
that
I only have 10,000. Please follow me.
yeah. He hit 2 million already.
I'm not surprised
Yeah.
because I think it's not just Singaporeans or
Yeah.
Asians. I think Americans also.
Yeah. Because his authenticity.
Yes, and I think even Americans there are a lot of American TikTokers who said the same thing. They're like TikTok has given a lot of small business owners a chance
It is.
to earn money during COVID, especially
Yep.
when they lost their jobs, when they did all that, and then now suddenly maybe it's going to be gone.
Yeah.
Right?
And you know I always use TikTok, right? I've been in TikTok forever from even the
Oh, you
started.
forgot to do live on TikTok.
Yeah. So it's like for oh yeah, forget the phone to book
Okay,
TikTok
maybe.
today. We're late.
when we're talking about TikTok.
So it's for us the like we always know is still with the because when TikTok office opened in Singapore and it's getting very big and huge few years ago,
Yes, yes.
which is we already know like TikTok is the next big one in the world, right? And it's how it work in the way it work is it give us a lot of different way of seeing that is a consistent of work and at the same time you have a special community the people like if you realize that what you watch will be recommend similar stuff that you watch.
Yeah, of course.
So you will have a similar community that you interested. You don't have to watch 1,000 things like YouTube or whatever. And you still have realistic person. You don't have to need so much to be someone, right? Yeah, of course, it give you a power to be do what you like. Sometimes what people do rubbish on
But
TikTok.
it's as with any other social media.
Yeah, any other. You have to select what you enjoy. I really enjoy TikTok because I find it's something you can see. I always share very short and simple clips, and that's what we want. We want short and simple and have a message.
30 seconds.
Yeah, what do you want so long for? Like, yeah, if I have time, I wear earpod and I will listen podcast for a few hours. But that is for someone who really want to enjoy the podcast.
Maybe working out.
But most of people they don't have much time because they also work and enjoy their life. They just want a few second video. And yeah, for me it's like more about the old way go off and the new way come up. And when something new, you always will have reject a lot, right? But no matter how much rejection, you cannot deny is there, right?
It's here. Yeah.
It's like everybody debate about like I don't like Apple and all that, but the end they see use the Apple phone, right? So stop complaining and maybe you do something better to compete with him.
Yeah, use your energy to learn how to navigate this new space and all that. And anyway, yeah, I haven't followed him on TikTok yet, disaster. He's 2 million now. I think.
Yeah. When I follow him, he 1.2 million. Then I come back
I
and 2
saw
million.
a screenshot. It was like a 500 plus K.
Yeah, that is the from the video. When I click in to follow already 1.2. And just now when he do the video to say thank you, the 1 million, it hit 2 million. He just do video 1 million already hit 2 million. So
then it's going to exponential growth from now on.
and by the way, see TikTok Singapore, don't forget Spy Nice is in Singapore. Okay, we're very direct and upfront to you guys about it.
We're also very authentic.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't stand very well under questioning. I think.
Yeah.
I would be like, no, don't say this to me.
But he was great. I mean, not only because of that conversation with other. Book it aside how he answered to the.
Yeah, but that just helped to bring him to the spotlight.
Yeah. So, but for me, as the leader together, I very respect the leader like that. You know,
correct.
he really showed me a lot about calm, integrity, authenticity. He really listened the question. He answered clearly the question. He not
even
like
stupid question.
Yeah, even stupid question. He still answer with calm and respect and even the people treat him like trash and he like still keep his class up. You know. So I think this impression will be. Yes, this impression will bring him very, very far and very long in this journey. And you're doing great, TikTok CEO. I have to say that.
But I think maybe that's also why he has reason to being a CEO at he's quite young for CEO.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that must be a reason why. Maybe that's part of the reason to show up.
Totally.
Yeah, because he's a great leader.
Very good. It's like impressive, you know.
Very impressive.
It's like I saw him and I saw what the Lee Kuan Yew teach. That because I'm watching a lot of Lee Kuan Yew video, right? I can see why Lee Kuan Yew focus on groom young generation so much. Because I think this is what he want. He want to build a lot of next generation who be leader like him, you know. Yeah, it takes time for him to be there, 40 plus, you know, right? So it's like it's he not as some guy that today you will see him in the school and you will think one day he will be CEO. This guy really worked very hard for him to be where he is today. So that's what I'm calling respect because sometimes result cannot lie, and this is the one of the result. You know that this person will work his ass off to be in this level. You
And
can
to
see
have
that.
this kind of character.
Yeah, to groom himself in all aspects, of course.
Yes,
from
until now the
character.
challenge comes and he's ready for it.
Yes, exactly. Oh, that's a very good one. Yeah, you have to be ready for the challenge because
You never know when it's coming.
it is. So you have to practice, you have to learn, you have to improve yourself. Especially you're in the seat of the CEO of TikTok. Oh my God.
They must have appointed him for some reason.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So obviously they saw the good things in him, but like what Anne said earlier, not just challenges but opportunities are the same.
Yes.
You never know when they're coming. So yeah,
And his wife is beautiful. Oh my God. You both is gorgeous couple.
Jealous.
No, actually admire, like impressed, you know. Love the
But
couple.
you know, it's like a true quality people of a certain level.
Yeah.
They will be with other people of a similar standard.
Yes,
It's
definitely.
like the Obama.
Yeah,
family.
with his yes.
Yeah, you see, they're both like independent, great people by
Yeah.
themselves.
You need someone like that to like. I haven't
Grow together.
saw her video of she talking yet, but I guess his wife would be amazing too, you know.
Yeah.
So to me, with like this, of course, all success men will have a gorgeous woman behind.
She must have
Can't
been
wait.
understanding also, supportive,
Yes.
encouraging.
Yeah.
Right, probably also challenging sometimes, challenging him. Is he not take the trash out today again?
No, I don't think he will throw the trash lah.
You never know, but he doesn't. He seems like the kind of person that will just do it anyway because, well, you know what I mean.
Singapore, you can have a lot of helpers, especially his house at good club bungalow. That area he can have a lot of helpers, so it's fine.
Close my eyes, I don't know what to say. Oh, like you for GCB. For those of you guys who don't know what's a GCB, please can look it up.
Can you share a little bit for outside Singaporean? It's outside Singapore to know
Good
about it.
class bungalow. Okay, let me put it in a very
Because a lot of people
way.
don't even know how expensive Singapore is. Let's hear from
I
a
do not know
Singaporean.
how. Okay, I have zero awareness of how much the
above
pricing
30
price.
million.
Above the now she knows above 30 million, but I know what it is
30 to
so
70 to 100 million.
good class bungalow is those kind where from outside the gate you cannot see the house.
Yeah.
That's what I mean by good class bungalow. It's not those kind you go. It's different from the normal landed property where the gate and then immediately you can see the house. It's like snow.
Yep.
Good class bungalow, there are usually tall trees. When you're at the gate, you cannot see inside the house, and there's a driveway.
Yeah.
It's like the American movies, you know. You drive the car up, and then you turn, and suddenly the house appears. Yeah, so that's a class of a good class bungalow. And because Singapore, please go and look it up. You don't know Singapore is very very tiny. That's why land here is very very precious. That's why we're all living in like apartments, right?
Yeah.
Because one land we can build like 20 levels. That means 20 times 20 amount of usage out of that same piece of land. But because bungalow is a piece all by themselves.
Yeah. Of course, for people who are in a big land country, you won't understand this part. So it's fine. But basically, it's very.
No, you just go and look at the price. Once you see the price, you will know what I mean. Okay, and the price conversion rate you all know. You just convert it into whatever currency you're using right now, and you understand what I mean. Good class bungalow, this size.
Yeah.
How much is it?
Yeah.
Okay, very expensive. Okay, cars also nowadays there's something called the COE, which is a certificate of what is it? Certificate of something. So you have to get the COE before you can get a car, and that's also very expensive. So apparently, one car in Singapore, I think you can maybe get 3-5 cars in Malaysia, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's after watching the video, is learned so much about how much from people outside don't know a lot
about
about
Singapore.
Singapore.
Also,
Yeah.
for those of you guys who don't know, Singapore education is actually in English. This one was another surprising thing for so
Yeah.
many people that I meet outside, especially not everybody, but especially Westerners. Yeah, Westerners. They were like, "Oh, you speak good English." I'm like, "Yeah, our textbooks are in English." Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's another
English
thing.
English is their first language.
Actually, it's very confusing. English, I don't know what is considered a first language, but our national language is supposed to be Malay.
Yeah, but Eva learned English
Yes,
in
correct. So
from
they say it's very
kindergarten,
correct.
right?
All our education system is in English.
Yeah.
Everything is in English, math, science, except for our mother tongue, which is whatever race you are, whatever language you want to take. Which for me is Chinese. For Ava, I think Chinese also.
Chinese, yeah.
Chinese also. So
Even I'm not Chinese.
no, because to be fair enough,
Because I cannot choose my language and I don't want, so I choose Chinese. Yeah.
you
So
don't
they
want to
have,
choose, but you want to choose
they ask,
the X that I mean the
yeah, but he don't want either.
oh.
So we have so they will have, because the mother is other. So under other, you can choose either one of them.
Oh, so what choices will you given? Like Chinese or
Yeah, I can even choose Malay if I
Tamil?
want, Tamil, Chinese, only three.
Yeah, okay, Chinese,
Yeah.
Malay, Tamil, yes.
So of course I will choose Chinese for her. Of course, a lot of people tell me, why you don't teach her Vietnamese? I say,
it's not available
not
in the
not now.
curriculum lah.
Yeah, not now. That's my interest. I'm very sure the two most strong language in the world right now is Mandarin and English, and it's good for
Actually,
her
it's
future.
true. There are a lot of that there were quite a few parents I know that are not of the Chinese race, but they let their kids study Chinese in
Yeah.
school because, like you say, Chinese is the largest market.
Yeah, for them in the future, not for me.
Yeah.
I will old and die anyway.
I mean,
so.
but now it's already more of the biggest market.
Yes.
Yeah. So, well, Chinese is great. Not Chinese is good.
Yeah.
But anyway, yes, Chinese is great, and I'm so glad that he's a Singaporean.
Like I always heard, of course, few years ago, I always heard TikTok CEO house at this era. You know that, where he stay, and then TikTok office in Singapore and all that. But you never really like.
District 8, 9, or 10 now, one of those districts.
Yeah. Like that, I will tell you why.
Actually, good class bungalow only because Singapore is so small already. Our land is up. If you see us on the map, we're just a dot.
Yeah.
So you can imagine the space that we have for a good class bungalow is actually very very limited.
Yeah.
We have very few spaces for that. So that's why it's very expensive. Okay, since you have a little one, I mean Ava, what kind of did you ever watch the TikTok videos?
Oh yeah, she watched with me.
How did she feel about it? I'm just curious about like because she's the next gen, right?
She enjoyed it. She even do the TikTok dance. And I know, like, I have this conversation with all my girlfriends who have kids also, and I will book it this way. This is how I view things, yeah. I don't want to hide and run away from my kid, because that's to show that the weakness of me, that I let the divide conquer me by fear, and I stop my child from adapt to the truth that the world is toward there, and she will lag behind. Why I'm saying that, because the school, I can show you my phone right now. The teacher give login password. I need to start teach her how to use keyboard. If I'm not going to let her use laptop, I'm not going to let her use phone. I'm actually destroy her, because she was difficult in school.
Yes.
She would suffer in school. So yeah, like people say, how you give your kid phone already? Say yeah, but do you know how kid phone work or not? They don't know, but they start with me with the fear. Then I show them my Ava phone and my phone. Then they surprised. They're like, oh, it's like Nokia. I say, yeah, exactly. She cannot do anything. Everything need to ask my approval. So it's how you look at things. It based on your knowledge, and you have to update yourself to aware like
The latest things that's
the latest thing going on. For example, in her phone, she don't have a lot of apps. She only have Spotify, YouTube Kids, and WhatsApp to text her mom.
I think also even for phone plans that is for kids only, right, where they can read down.
Yes. So exactly.
I'm
So
not a parent, but I know that.
yeah. So it's like when you experience that, you realize that you still have a limited of teaching them enough, because right now, right, she suffer one thing, that she haven't know how to use the keyboard, so she will like this.
She doesn't know how to type.
Yeah. But by come on guys, like 2023, you know everybody need to use laptop, right? And you know your kid one day need to use that. And you need to update yourself to know technology is so advanced. They even have certain game for them to practice this.
Yes, yes, yes.
The
Free
game
one,
book
free
the
one.
word together, so they have to key and have to key fast,
Free one.
and it's free, right? And again, it's a limited time. They're going to play game anyway.
Might as well give them play something useful.
Exactly, to teach them something that they're going to use
It's
that
quite
for
fun to
Facebook.
play actually.
It is. So I remember back in my time, I don't have game and all this. My father take one keyboard from his office home, and the keyboard is broken. That's why he bring home. I still remember a few letter is missing. Then he booked the sticker there to tell me this is the letter. He said, "Nah, practice." So even like many years ago in my generation, he already know like computer is important. Learn how to use
Even
the
if
keyboard
that is not functioning, at least you know how to
to
navigate.
practice. Yeah, you know how it works, and you start key like this. And I still remember I use this two finger to start.
But usually people start like this.
Yeah. So for me, again, I would say she watched TikTok when I watch. And because of depend on parent, what do you watch? For me, you know what I watch. Always watch
Dalai Lama.
like all the
She
motivation
watches
stuff.
people like that.
Yeah, so I watch people who like me. So when she watch similar thing like me, what does she like few sentence and she boring. And the TikTok app is very clear. They recommend what you watch. Whatever you watch, they recommend the similar thing. I don't watch the dancing stuff or something like that. So
K-pop, K-pop.
so when she watched my one, after for a while she boring, she will step away and she will listen her music, right? And even her music, she will listen what like same like other kid lah, Blackpink lah, you know,
Blackpink.
young people
This
kind.
girl is on
Yeah, so you
fire.
if you cannot stop them, then teach them and use with them and learn with them, and at the same time that managing them on the level of awareness and knowledge you have. Because for me, I feel the parent who stop the kid from internet, it show me the weakness that you ignorant, you lazy to improve yourself, you don't want to upgrade yourself, you don't want to learn to make sure like you know how to use the device before you give to the kid. It's really show me a lot of weakness at parenting, right? And I know I will never walk outside and blame the government of Singapore that like why you never take care of my kid. I give birth to her.
Your kid.
It's my kid. It's my responsibility to learn to teach her. Does that make sense? So yeah, so that's how I view as a TikTok app.
Yeah,
And you know in TikTok have certain app that actually you watch certain video, it can teach the kids certain thing one, but you have to manage.
it has
Yeah.
to be managed. So basically instead of trying to hide it,
Yeah.
you are teaching her how to deal with it.
Yes.
How to manage. Because like it or not, when we go out to the world, whatever we like or don't like is gonna come anyway. And we have to decide as adults when we grow up what is good for us and what is not good for us.
Yeah.
And even if this is addictive, how do I turn myself away from it if it's not good for me?
Yeah.
Right?
I just give you another example. Like I come from village. I told you that, right? So for me, the time when I ran away from my house from village to the city, and I saw the kids same age as me, 15 years old only, but they speak English fluently. They know how to use laptop, computer, handphone or whatever. I completely don't even know all that device. Like I saw for the first time. I still don't know what is that and how it works. My gap between me and them is already so far. So for me to be success right now, I have to learn whatever they learn first, as quick as possible. By the time I learn quick what they learn, now they already learn to the next level, right? So that's why I experienced that to teach me a lesson that and if that's the homework from the school sent to you, you cannot tell your children, oh, don't do homework because I'm not allowing you to use laptop and phone. Like you, are you going to do that to
the internet is part of our lives.
Exactly. So for me, it's like if you lazy and you just laptop, you just do whatever your teacher asks you. Then again, like I say, then don't blame them if they watch
Other
they watch
things.
other things because kids still need discipline. Kids still need routine.
They need boundaries.
and they need the parent to set the boundary and the rule and the discipline and manage them at the same time give them freedom. That's part.
Within that boundary.
Yes, you have to set it in the way of they feel freedom, but at the same time under manage.
Yeah.
Like you have to know certain things, like you can teach them certain things they're not ready to learn yet. We hold it back a little bit, then we explain next time. But you have to be involved. Anyway, have kid is a long life responsibility and
It's
the
forever
job.
and ever.
Yeah, so
I wonder
that's how
the
I see that.
CEO teaches his kids.
Oh,
Actually,
I don't
I
have.
didn't know about that part.
Okay, I don't.
I didn't know that
I
you
don't
done
have
that
a
now.
friend who in his
Level.
not his level but his community, because even rich friend is have a different group. Okay,
You have the business side, the investor side.
yes, the corporate
Yes.
type. So but I will share the type of friend that I know, that how they teach the kid. So all these rich people, they will have the private driver.
Mm-mm.
Okay, and this private driver and private nanny, which is personal assistant to the kid,
Yeah.
they know exactly.
Secretary.
Yeah, I will call that personal assistant lah. I don't think you call nanny is work enough for them, because they will have a schedule of every day from what time to what time. In the car, they already have a bunch of clothes for the kid. They're going to eat in the car, from drive from this location to the next location. They have a private tuition come to the house, private piano, private like driving horse,
Private
golf,
golf.
tennis, swimming, singing, dancing, and English
Whatever.
and different language. And they really schedule the kid very packed every day. So some of the kids, they all learn in very small school and very private and rich school. So you have to have a certain like huge amount of money. And even you have money, you cannot go in. You need to, they
Know
have
people.
to know people to go in together. So uh, so that's how I saw my friend who have money, who take care of their kid. And again, this kid is in a very special treatment, because you would think like, wow, so tough. They don't see their parent and all that. Come on, it's technology. They want to call the video parent anytime they want to. And because you born in this kind of family, right? You will raise up a different standard in life. One.
Correct.
Because you learn so much and you surrounded yourself with, like, if the kid have any problem, right? They have money to provide the solution for the kid, right? They have like doctor private.
Basically, for them, any problem that can be fixed by money is not a problem.
Yeah. And you was like, oh, so the parent not involved. I don't know in about the TikTok CEO. I'm talking about my friend, that whoever
My
I
own
know,
friend, yes.
my own friend, that whoever I know. I meet the kid and they completely happy. I would say that I think because of we born in different generation, and we will assume that rich kid who have all these problems. I'm sorry, you never have rich kid. You cannot
You are
comment
not
on
rich.
that.
You don't have a rich kid. You cannot comment.
Yeah, because I still remember one time I bring Eva go there and eat with the other kid, right? And she will behave completely differently when she there, because kid is very smart. They observe the environment,
Yes.
and they behave exactly how the environment treat them, and then they adapt, and then she treated back the same way.
She
Right,
behave in
and
the same way.
doesn't mean like she go down back to local school, she behave different. No, kids just so amazing, they can adapt in any situation. You bring them to five-star hotel, they will change on the way. You at home, and I think important on these kids, with what I see from them, is they aware that their parent is wealthy. They're aware that they're different. Of course, when you have this, you will want more. But I don't think that should be a problem for them in the long run, because that I say one day when they grow up, they can choose to be poor. They can choose to be like, oh, I don't want anything anymore. I want to do art. I want to do whatever I want. But no matter where they go, they still have a basic come from a family that teach them different mindset from young already.
I think the mindset is very important.
Yeah.
Because like you see, business owners who teach their kids will be different from like those middle class
Yeah.
parents who teach their kids.
Yeah.
The work hard mentality.
Yes.
and it's very, and after that, as the child grows up, it can become, it's difficult. It's not difficult lah, but there is work to be done
Yeah.
to get out of that mindset.
Yeah.
Because if you are in that mindset, you will want to be stuck
Yeah.
in that situation.
Yeah.
So long as you're happy lah, but if you're happy staying there, that's fine. Right?
Yeah.
So this is the
And the
biggest issue.
parent have to aware like how are you going to groom your kid is it's all depend on you. It's really how like because for me right, I really never to be honest, I never really care about what people give compliment about my child when go out because I just like yeah that's a part of parent right. But suddenly like I feel a lot of that feedback come to me that it make me realize that oh it's not normal. That's why people give compliment. For example, they always say well your child very well behaved, she very nice, she know how to talk properly, she very good girl, like good girl in the term of like I want my child to play with your child. That's basically what they want to say, right? Or like, and then you go with different environment. I realize always they give that feedback to me, especially the parent, right? Say, oh, can Ava play with my son, or can my daughter play with Ava? She very well behaved girl. That's when I realized the effort of you teaching the mentality for the kid from young to when they ready to the society, it pay off and it is matter. Because you even me myself, I will ask myself, if sometimes I see the kid that I don't like, do I want my kid to play with that kid?
If the kid is rude or loud or like not behaving
Selfish.
properly, selfish, not loving, you will worry letting your kid play with the kid, because what if your kid picks up, because they are so adaptable, right? They may pick up those behaviors.
Yes. Yeah, so that's why is the feedback is important. And if your kid go out and other kid don't want to play, that's also a signal.
It's a feedback for you as a
Never too late to discipline them. I'm sorry to say that, but yeah.
yeah, it's never too late, but it's better to start early than later.
Yes, of course, definitely.
As soon as possible, so that hopefully the next generation can all grow up to be leaders like this.
Yeah.
TikTok CEO, so cute. So cute with 2 million followers on TikTok now. Congratulations.
Go and follow him later.
You have gotten your now. You have gotten your wish. I don't know what else. Okay, so basically from him, right, we saw what makes a good leader. So in terms of composure, what else do you think makes a good leader?
Authenticity. And this I've been talking for the last 3 years. That's what my belief, my personal belief. The new trending in the world will be the authenticity.
Authenticity in what sense? In terms of like just being, if
Just,
you're
just
not
be
sure,
you.
just say you're not sure. And
No, just be you. It means you see a lot of people look at leader as like some kind of like big guy or loud or like
okay,
you know. So when his image come up, right, a lot of people are like, huh? Who is this guy? You know,
he looks very young.
Yeah, young and no, but Chinese people never age one, so
He looks very boyish.
So it's that's why I'm come from authenticity. You know, you don't come from the look anymore. You don't come from the loud anymore. You come from who you are. It means this him. This basically just him. This how obvious he is. Like you feel like no hiding, no different, no like you like you don't feel like this guy is trying to hide something. You know, like sometimes you can feel people, right? But and that's what I'm talking about. True leadership is people around you that can feel you, right? You have to authentic to yourself, to the people that you work with, and the people in public, right? So yeah, for me, it's authentic. I love his authenticity.
Yes. For more information on how to be a good leader, please refer to one of our previous videos. We have a video that was talking about it, right?
Yeah.
Like, good leadership versus bossmanship or something like that.
Yes.
Okay, so please refer to the video. Team, please link it in the description video. Obviously, we have a lot to learn from the TikTok CEO who has been our new favorite. I would say he's really the new favorite Singaporean.
Yeah.
I would say internationally.
I like him.
I will go and follow him immediately to talk after this live stream. Please not send me any hate, okay? What else? I think this is about it. Thanks so much for tuning in with us today, people. We will see you guys next week.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe all our channel.
Yes, remember to like, share, and subscribe on our social media channels. And if you have something that you want us to talk about, please leave it in the comments below, or you can send us a DM using your house Wi-Fi.
I am Amanda's
And
wife.
then Denise and I will see you guys next